Success, certainly the success that we want in our businesses, is very seldom an overnight achievement. In this video, I'm going to explain why success is not normally something that's achieved overnight, and the 7 ingredients that you need to help you reach your version of success. If we look at 2 extreme examples in history, Mozart playing away for 10 years before his music became popular, and fast forward to a great business icon, a great business example we can refer to, Levi Roots with his reggae sauce. For 15 years, with the assistance of his 7 children, was selling his reggae sauce in Notting Hill Market until he was discovered, if you want to use that expression, and became popularised on Dragon's Den. The rest, as I say, is history. Across the world, in many different disciplines, in the world of the arts, in the world of business, in the world of sports, people who are recognised for being on top of their game, being a success in their own sphere, in their own niche here, have expensed many, many hours, much effort to actually achieve the success they have. Now, what are these 7 ingredients, if you can call it that, of success? Apologies for the cooking metaphor there. Well, number 1, you've obviously got to have something that customers want. Something that's going to have a transformation impact, something that's going to change people's lives, solve a problem. It could be within your locality, it could be on the international or national scale. But make sure you're offering something that people actually want that's going to make a difference to their business, make a difference to their lives. So you've got to have, firstly, something that people actually want. And when I say they want them, is it going to solve a problem? Is it going to have a transformation effect in some degree or other? Is it going to be something that they want, something that they need? And if so, then obviously that's certainly the first step. And that's obviously something for you to decide. What's the second ingredient that you need? Now, please note, by the way, these aren't given in any order of priority. These are things that make up, and it's the combination, the blending of all these elements here that will contribute towards your achievement of your success. Number 2, you need to have patience. Too many people in my experience, and I'll hold my hands up to that myself, are too impatient. They expect things to be achieved very quickly, and if they're not achieved very quickly, they can get despondent, they give up too easily, and there are too many people in my experience in business that give up far too easily. Typically, most businesses will not generate any value, any meaningful profit for the first 5 years of their business life. There are a number of reasons underpinning that, and I'm going to expand on that in a future video. So the first 5 years, you'll effectively wash your face financially. You may make some money, but you're not going to make substantial elements of profit. And if you're a not-for-profit organisation, sustainability and solidity is certainly not going to be in that first 5-year period. Beyond that first 5-year period, what's sometimes called the planning horizon here, that's when you make some meaningful returns, make some meaningful profits. So be patient. Things will happen that will derail you. Things will happen. So that's really important that you have that element of patience. Look at the big picture. Don't expect things to happen instantly. Ingredient number 3 is resilience. Things will happen on your business journey. You'll be let down by others. You will make mistakes, and who hasn't made a mistake in business? And again, I'll hold my hands up to that, having made mistakes over the 30 years of my business life. If you haven't made mistakes in business, by the way, I suggest that you re-look, be honest with yourself, because we learn from those mistakes, or we certainly should be learning from them. So you've got to be resilient. Things are going to be very turbulent on occasion. You've got to be able to handle that. You've got to have resilience in yourself and also resilience in those that you work with. So we've covered 3. What's the 4th ingredient? The 4th thing we've got to have is tenacity. We've got to be tenacious. And when we pursue something, if we get those rejects from people who don't quite know what we want, don't want to buy our offer, if we're going to be let down by various others, but we have a good sense of self-belief and we have a conviction what we're offering is what the market wants, then we've got to be tenacious, because there will be moments in your business life where you will not feel like getting up, going through that routine of running your business, dealing with your suppliers, your staff, your customers. Business can be a very isolating environment here. So again, having tenacity to pursue that aspiration is going to be really important. The next ingredient to add to our list is about focus. Now, focus doesn't mean that you don't look outside there, but too many people are distracted by what I call the shiny bauble syndrome. If we try to do too much, we end up doing very little. So whatever your objectives are, whatever your end goals are, make sure you focus on them. Try not to overload your in-tray. Try not to overload what you're trying to achieve. A fewer selective targets, a fewer selective objectives is far better and more likely to be achieved than if you have a plethora of what you're looking to achieve. Our brains cannot cope with too much, and when we allocate our time, our energy, our resources and that of our team, we need to make sure we allocate those in the most sensible places. So have a focus and try and stay within that lane, try and stay within that, adapt obviously to things that are going on around you, but try not to get distracted too much, otherwise you won't get there. Having too much, as I said, in your in-tray, too many things you want to achieve, means you end up achieving none of them. Now, the last two elements I want to throw into the mix that underpins all this is make sure you have a plan. Now, in last week's video, I talked about planning. I talked about the idea of a plan. I've discussed this in a variety of videos historically, so please do check out the show notes for links to the YouTube channel and the website where you can look through the resources here to see something that's going to be appropriate for you to look at. Now, having a plan is like a route map that says this is my end destination. This is how I'm going to pursue my targets. This is how I'm going to implement those activities. These are things that I need. But you must make sure you've got a route map that actually guides you towards your end Northern Star. An absence of a plan does not mean you won't achieve that success, but you're more likely to be chasing your tail as opposed to best foot forward and pursuing it. So make sure you have a plan. So folks, let's summarize what we've got so far. Something that people want: patience, resilience, tenacity, focus, and a plan. Well, ingredient number 7, in my opinion, you need to have a sense of humour. A sense of humour, a sense of levity, a sense of being able to relax and not take life and business too seriously. Now, business is a serious pursuit. I'm not dismissing that. Whether you are an arts organisation, whether you are a private sector organisation, a freelancer, a multinational or domestic business, matters not. It's a serious business. People's livelihoods depend on you. People's livelihoods depend on what you're delivering. You're part of a supply chain, so it's serious. But within that serious thing, of all the challenges that might befall you, all those people you've got to deal with, all those different suppliers, all those relationships, it can get really quite implosive. So you need to have moments of light and shade amongst the dark clouds that may appear on the horizon. So have a sense of humour. I found for myself that having a sense of humour that brings in that moment of levity just means that you relax more, it protects you, you encourage your well-being, and it's a great way of dealing with people. It's not to say to laugh at people, by the way, but if you don't have that inner sense of humour, from my own personal opinion is concerned, then you're going to find business to be not only a challenge, but also a noose and something that's going to be hanging around and weighing you down. And we don't want that for you. So folks, what's your thoughts? Do you agree with the 7 points, the 7 ingredients I've added? Do you agree with this idea that success is not always an overnight achievement? Think Mozart, think Levi Roots, think of all those different situations for yourself and your own business, how long it's taken you to get where you are. Please check out the resources. Check out the resources we've got for things like Budget Whiz, Numbers Know-How, I Hate Numbers. We're there to help. And if you need any help with your business planning, your step forward, then drop us a line. Until then, good luck with your overnight success.